think the next fixture will be we do Spurs Everton. Uh, I don't have much to say about Spurs. Harry Kane got a record.
They fired Conte. Let's talk about it.
They fired Conte.
Yeah, Conte is gone, boy.
Guys, I'm hearing this for the first time. Maybe you can brief me.
Yeah, I think they want to get Nagelsmann. What do you think?
Actually,
Yes, because Tuchel is back and
yeah, Tuchel is back to
Bayern.
Time for my Pep to overthink.
And now I think for Spurs, this is a tricky fixture because the way I saw Everton line up against Chelsea, it's as if they are playing just for the what do you call the set pieces. Like literally, they have Onana, Doucoure, Gueye, and
That's midfield to just
and they have they were playing with like around 3 CDMs, and these CDMs are they are tall, all of them, and the defenders are tall,
run.
and they have Tarkowski. All of this, it's as if they live for the set pieces, and they just want to disrupt your. But for me, I think uh okay, it's a tough fixture, honestly.
Everton will be at home.
Yeah, Everton will be at home.
Conte, they don't have Conte. Okay, I'll say this. Let's look at the dynamics this way. Shondike has had an extra few weeks to actually prepare the team. I think DCL will be back. Not really sure if Calvert-Lewin is back. That's a big, huge for them because I remember when we went there, the first leg when they beat us, they could have scored even more with the Calvert-Lewin. He was terrorizing us, and the Spurs defense is very leaky. Now they don't have Conte, which means we have no idea who or how they will play. But I think nobody can do okay unless you go for Nagelsmann or something. I doubt very many people can do better at Spurs with the current squad they have. Because look at it this way: it was tailor made for a Conte team. Perisic as the fullback. If you do not play a back three, then where does Perisic play? Is he good enough to start as a winger? I don't think so. They have enough wingers. Now they have Pedro Porro who can start there. In this left side, I don't think they even have a left back. Do they even have a left back?
Yeah, they have Davies.
Davis was a centre back.
But he can play as a left back.
Literally, Davis does not start for Southampton at left back. Literally. So you cannot even say his quality is good to be called a good left back for Spurs. I think the whole back line is useless apart from who? That guy who tackles a lot. What is he called? Spurs fan. Your guy who tackles a lot. The Argentina guy. Romero. Yeah. Romero and Romero I'm just giving them because he can pass. And who? The rest, Davis, Dyer, useless. Okay, I don't count them. Midfield, who do they have? Bisuma, but he has struggled under Bentancur decent. Bisuma struggled. I don't know why.
They also have
Skip, Oliver Skip. Oh, Hobe is good. Oliver Skip actually plays decent. I think that backline is very useless. Sorry to say, their backline needs maybe nobody even there should stay. Maybe Romero as a substitute because all the others are very useless. And their their goalkeeper Foster, he was released by Southampton, so maybe there is a reason he was released. So I think Everton, Shondike football, with if DCL is back, they will cause havoc to Spurs. Spurs, I think, have lost all their games. I think their last 5 away they have been losing. So Everton are fighting relegation, and those teams that are fighting relegation have more to fight for. A win for Everton. All things considered, and Shondike. People say Shondike he plays haram football, but he also knows how to coach a passing football and trying to go forward. McNeil, Iwobi, Everton will get a win in this game. Actually, I think they will get a win and a clean sheet, a 2-0 win for them. Or because Hurricane is on form, maybe a 2-1. Yeah, but Everton will win. Done.
Well, me, I'm thinking that Spurs will struggle. As you've said, I think Everton have more to lose than Spurs, so they'll come to this game more focused and they'd want to get the results. However, we can't rule out Son and Hurricane. These are players who get a good chance, it's a goal.
Yeah.
So, narrow win for Everton or a 2-2 draw?
Me, I think I'll go the other way. I think Spurs will win a 2-0. Basically because I kind of feel relying on the set pieces, it doesn't work every day. And so I honestly think that well, the way I saw I think Spurs are not so into like playing. They're more into the game that Everton are playing. They're not more into like possession and trying to yeah. So I think that could be a good advantage for them if they play.
That was at a coach. You don't know how to the new manager will be.
Do they have a new manager anyway?
Yeah, they have somebody. A certain guy, I forgot the name.
All right, all right. So, but I have a feeling they will win. But we can go to the next fixture anyway. Uh,
We go to the league leaders,
I think it's
the caretaker league leaders.
the champions.
No, these are the only guys. You guys will remember you struggled against Leeds in the first leg
Yes.
and got a very narrow win.
Yes.
And something about that game, their striker who came from injury back then, Bamford, man, he got numerous chances to get an equalizer, but didn't happen. I remember
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
Hey, Ramsdale saved us in the Bournemouth game. You got respect the guy who got save of the month, man.
Yeah, actually, big up to Arsenal. All their players, Saka's got the play of the month, Ateta manager of the month, and Ramsdale save of the month.
And Arsenal team of the month.
Okay, yeah, we give it up to you guys, but I'm feeling that you guys might get a draw this weekend. 2-2 draw.
All right.
Yeah.
Start, man.
No.
Give your thoughts.
I mean, it's good that you're feeling, but will they really get a 2-0 to draw? Yeah, because I think well, it could be possible, but I don't really think Arsenal are at home, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that again, and Saka is on form, and and I think Pepe is now Partey can start, right?
Yeah, he was in training.
Partey can start. So basically, that means that I think the home advantage will play a big part. So whether Leeds would score, it could be like they could score a goal, but I think Arsenal will win, maybe like a 2-3-1.
You remember last time, guys, we were debating and we said Arsenal have to choose a struggle between Europa and Premier League, and it's evident they had to lose Europa for them to focus on the Premier League.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say?
First of all, I have a lot to say. I'll say this: the football gods are with Arsenal, because one, we got kicked out of the Europa, but we lost 2 players. I think if we were still in the Europa League with only White as the right back and no Saliba at centre back, it would have been even tougher because they will have more games to play. So that is the first advantage. 2, Arsenal have been, I don't want to say lucky, but they have been fortunate to have important players of the opposing teams injured. Paulinho from Fulham was injured in the last game. In this game, I'm hearing Taylor Adams will not be there. I think he's their most combative and intelligent. I think he's their Kante in midfield. Without Taylor Adams, I think it's a big blow for them. It might make it a bit easy for us to play through their press. But then Arsenal also have a weakness that I think is the biggest weakness out of. I would rather they had Taylor Adams and we had Saliba, because I think with the press that Leeds will come to play and holding at centre back, I am not confident at all. I feel holding will cost us a goal. He does not know how to play with a defender who is playing in the last line. Does not know how to play a high line. Holding is not very good at passing the ball, especially when being pressed. He loses the ball or gives it away. And when you're a centre back, when you do that, you are putting pressure directly on the 2 of you or the 4 of you and the goalkeeper. So very tough. Man, I don't want holding anywhere near the starting lineup for Arsenal. I have no problem with holding. He's a good player, but man, he's not good enough to be a starting centre back for a team like Arsenal that plays a high line, that plays good football, and wants to actually press high. So I think that's the biggest weakness. Now, I saw in the last game, Ateta was trying something. He tried putting Partey at right back. I think his thought was Partey at right back and White play centre back, which is actually decent if you think about it. But then that means Jorginho in midfield. Jorginho can't run. He's good at passing the ball, so will help us to keep the ball more. But I think if he's not able to win his duels, he will also cost us more, because he will not be able to stop those counters that Partey actually stops. So very tough for the foreseeable future. Hopefully Saliba will be back for the Liverpool game, because if not, I think at Anfield it might be very bad. But now for the Leeds game, if holding starts, I don't know.
But I hear there's a possibility he could start Saliba.
No, the reports coming out of Arsenal are that the first scan showed it was very serious. They went for a second opinion. It showed that it's not that bad. They could manage the injury. They went for a third opinion. They said maybe managing is okay, but they are not sure about it because they think it might need surgery. Managing might not be the best option. So the Arsenal were still debating and were waiting. They wanted to do another scan to just be sure what to do. So I think the problem is if they are managing, they will manage him and let him play the Liverpool game and him not play in the Leeds game to try and cope with that pain, the back pain. But if Holding is playing in that Leeds game, we might still win, but it's going to be like a hard fought 3-2 win because Leeds will score. Definitely they will score from a holding mistake. And that's what I don't want because Leeds can also cause problems.
All right, I think that's very comprehensive. So that's why you're getting the draw. But I don't really think.
I will still win because we have Jesus back. It's going to be tough. Holding back, we will not have a clean sheet.
Yeah, I think we need to wrap up with a round of fixtures. What do you
Which
think?
one?
I'm not so sure, but maybe there is the Brighton Brentford. That's
There is a big.
that's almost like a similar
I think we'll talk about. Okay,
fixture. Is
let's
there
talk about Crystal Palace
there-
because after the firing, Nani they will be playing Leicester, and who will they be playing also? I think Leicester only.
yeah
Let's talk about Crystal Palace. They fired Nani and brought on Roy Hudson. They
yeah
fired Patrick Vieira. Yeah,
Yes.
they fired Patrick Vieira.
So I'm not so sure. What do you think about Roy Hudson? Is his age not? I mean, I'm thinking the guy is almost retired, but he comes back to football, and I'm thinking,
He was retired, not almost.
okay, if we can say, I say almost because he's still back. So I don't know. Does it mean that he's the only guy who understands Crystal Palace inside out?
He's been the manager before.
Yes.
He was the
I-
manager before Vieira for the
uh,
longest time.
Well, I'm not really sure.
It's a-
Maybe he was the available manager.
He's a poor man's Sean Dyke.
Yeah, but again, who are they playing?
Leicester.
Leicester, and Emmanuel is saying Leicester have the poorest defense.
Leicester have a weak defense. They leak goals.
It's a game that it's hard to predict, but given that they'll be playing at Selhurst Park, I give it to Crystal Palace. Maybe a 3-1 win.
Crystal cannot get goals from anywhere. Crystal are struggling. They don't have a striker. This Eduardo guy was just playing well fast the last season when he was playing against Arsenal. This season is a shadow of himself. Zaha is still good, but he's not the pacey killer winger he was. Olise, quality wise, good, but I don't think he exert himself enough. They will be playing Leicester, who are also trying to fight relegation. Okay, I might be biased a little, but man, how do you fire Patrick Vieira, somebody who changed the squad, rebuilt that squad, and actually helped you finish at a higher position last season than you have done under this Roy Hodgson guy? And after he played very hard fixtures, and he actually got decent draws against the likes of Liverpool and such, and then you fire him just before the easy fixtures. That's very idiotic of them. They just because they were fearing to be brought into a relegation fight. Okay, now they are in the relegation fight. They'll be playing Leicester, another team in the relegation fight. Roy Hudson likes to do that thing of pack the bus and try to get Zaha to run and Olise and whatever. Yes, they'll be tough to open up, but I think they will be worse off in passing or in playing out from the back and in trying to create chances than they were under Patrick Vieira, which will make their work a lot harder. I actually think Crystal Palace will now be in the relegation fight because they have appointed a pack the bus merchant, and I don't think it will work in this league. Look at all the teams that had those pack the bus merchant. They actually got rid of them. Even Southampton are now playing expansive football because in the Premier League it has gotten to a point where parking the bus is not really the best solution. Even Everton don't park the bus that much, you see. So I think they just have to be relegated, and they will lose to Leicester. Leicester will get goals. Patson Daka, they are struggling, but I think they also lacked Tielemans. They lacked very good players in the Leicester team. I hope Tielemans will be back. I'm not sure if he's back. They win it. They still beat that team. What else do you talk about? Obiri, did you say anything? Do you have anything to say about that fixture?
For me, I don't know what exactly is the issue with the management because I did not get the whole point. But I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. They're too afraid to lose, and that's where they start losing it. Because I mean, I don't know whether that is progressive. Progressive, does it take the team forward
I think
or
it actually takes back.
takes them backward? Because I mean, this guy is like literally he's older than Arsene Wenger. The guys who are
Drop the mic.
the guys who are coaching with him are Alex Ferguson. Yeah, and
Hall of Fame.
yeah, and well, he might have some tactics and he might still be watching football, but I don't really think it's a progressive way to do it. So I think it's very dangerous for them to take that route, and it's going to cost them eventually. So yeah. It might not cost them because I mean Crystal Palace have been in the Premier League for the longest time now, but it doesn't take them forward. It just yeah. So but for the fixture they might win like a 1-0 win. Based because I mean it could be a fresh manager, give them some new vibes. So yeah.
Southampton play.
So Southampton are playing
They even play.
West Ham.
But the summary, the relegation. What do you talk about?
Yeah, I think it's just that.
I think let's leave it at that.
Yeah, we can just leave it at that.
Yeah. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, Bana. We missed talking about football. Remember, guys?
Yeah,
Bana, we missed this football, guys. I hope you also missed us and missed this football. And that is our analysis. Easy analysis by this time. We actually hoped Mr. City would have picked up because his reverse jinx for certain teams actually works. But unfortunately, because he did not pick up, I think his jinx for those teams will not be this weekend. So I'm happy for you. Maybe this time it will be good for you. So yeah, so this is just the first episode. We have more. Look at the FPL. We are going to have an FPL show. Look at that. We have a WhatsApp group. If you enjoy talking about football, if you live football, if you drink football, if you dream football, join the WhatsApp group. Chat in the description. Nivo, my guys.
Yeah.
Till next time. Cheers.
Cheers.